Levels allows you to change the tone range or the range of darkness and lightness in the whole print at the same time. Curves is using the same information but allows you to change it more specifically, and it also allows you to change things by color. So let's go get the curves tool. Again, I go back to the adjustment layer symbol and I scroll down and I'm choosing curves this time. And you can see that the adjustment levels are also divided into sections. So this section that we're working with today, everything is about the tone range of the picture. There's a section down here that has everything to do with color. This has to do with special effects, and at the top has to do with adding flat color. So let's go to curves. And the box opens up, and once again, we have the histogram in the background. We have eyedroppers again for black point, gray point, and white point. We have a pencil that allows us to draw our own curve. We have sliders that we've played with in the double exposure. You can see it'll just slide over the exposure and adds more light value. You can create more dark values. But what we're actually going to play with is up here, the RGB box and the custom box. You can also hit auto, and it should automatically calculate, oh, this is what perfect exposure would look like. But I'm not interested in that. I want to make this, I took this picture intentionally where the edges were dark. I was looking into the sun and getting the sun to turn into a star shape. And I like the cover of the moss in the ground and the color of the bridge. This is right under the Golden Gate Bridge, and the brick walls of this fort. So all my edits are going to be about enhancing those colors and adding more contrast and also adding more color in. So here's how I do that. Using the curve tool, you can see it's got a bunch of presets worked in. Default means just this straight line, nothing changes. So if I make a mistake when I'm working with default, like let's say I went, what does cross process look like? Whoa. So if I look at here, you can see there's my tone curve, and what it did instead of doing the tone curve as a whole is that it went in and it changed the green channel, the blue channel, and the red channel, the way we see light coming through the monitor and mixes. So I'm going to go back to default because cross process is not the vibe that I want. I'm going to look at linear contrast. You can see it pulled things down a little bit, and I can pull it down even more. I like the way the floor looks, but I don't like how everything else looks here. So I can go up to the brighter area, and I can push that up. Nope, too contrasty. I don't like that either. So go back to default. If I just do the whole thing, push this up, pull this down, it's getting closer, but it's still not the overall vibe that I want. So I'm going to reset. And you can experiment with any and all of these whenever you want. I'm going to look at this and change things channel by channel. So I'm going to look at just changing the tones when they're red, then green, then blue, and you're going to see how those colors mix. So if I go with the red, first off, see I pull things up. When I pull things up on the red, so I go up on the curve, it adds more red in. If I pull down, it adds more green. Okay, so I want to be kind of gentle about this. I'm going to add some red to the bright areas. I'm going to add a little bit of green to the dark areas. So it kind of looks like one of those color grading pictures that we tried the other week in Lightroom, but I'm going to keep going. So that's my red channel. Let's look at green. Same thing. I'm going to pull the greens up just a little bit, pull the reds down. Now I'm starting to warm up some of my shadows. And I like that. That's a little bit high right there, so I'm going to pull that down. Now last, I'm going to go to the blue channel. And when I pull the blue channel down, things get more orange when they go down. They get more blue when they go up. This is too cold and also like fake looking blue. And so if I pull down on the blue just a little bit, it's a little bit yellow. but I'm liking how that looks. And I'm going to go back into the green channel and just pull the green down a little bit. Because remember, if I go up, it's going to add more green. If I go down, it's going to add more red. That's more of what I was looking for. Red up a little bit more, so we're pulling in more of that warm afternoon sun feeling. And there we go. So that's a way to use curves on a color picture. I can look at things channel by channel and work things out. If there was a spot I didn't like, just like we did with levels, go in, paint, you erase that change on the floor. I actually like that change, so I would keep it. And that's how you would keep that. So that's working with curves, and you are done. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, nope, that's it. You're done. Good.